In the city of Indore, a young couple, Raja and Sonam Raghuvanshi, tied the knot in a simple yet joyous ceremony. They were in love, full of dreams, and ready to begin a new chapter together. For their honeymoon, they chose Meghalaya, a place known for its clouds, waterfalls, and serene hills. A destination that promised adventure and peace. A journey that was supposed to mark the beginning of their life together. But just days after arriving, the dream turned into a nightmare. And Sohra, the land of rain and romance, became the scene of a chilling mystery. It was a Thursday morning, May 22, 2025, when Raja and Sonam checked out of their hotel in Shillong. The destination, Sohra. Just 2 hours away, yet worlds apart, a land of clouds, waterfalls, and ancient living root bridges. They rode a rented scooter, weaving through the wet and winding roads of the East Khasi Hills. They were to return the next day, but Sohra had other plans. By mid-afternoon of the 23rd, all contact with the couple ceased. Phones went unanswered. Their location was no longer traceable. They simply disappeared. That night, their families waited anxiously for updates. None came. By the time the sun set on Sohra, Raja and Sonam had vanished without a trace. The following day, on May 24th, villagers in Sohra noticed something unusual. A scooter, left abandoned by the roadside. Keys still in the ignition. No one in sight. At first, it didn't seem like much. Tourists often hike long trails. But by evening, whispers began to grow. A local headman reported the vehicle to police, who matched it with a missing persons report from Indore. The scooter was rented by Raja and Sonam Raghuvanshi. This was no longer just a case of a delayed check-in. Something was wrong, and the couple's phones were still unreachable. The forest around Sohra is vast, ancient limestone cliffs, hidden caves, and rain-heavy trails. Searching for two missing tourists here would be like looking for shadows in the mist. With the discovery of the abandoned scooter, the search turned urgent. Meghalaya police launched a large-scale operation. Drones were deployed. The State Disaster Response Force was brought in. Locals, forest guides, and even local adventurers volunteered to help. 4 days, they scoured every trail, cliff, and forested slope around Sohra. But the dense terrain, coupled with rainfall and zero digital footprints, turned the operation into a race against time and weather. But as Meghalaya worked to find the missing couple, something else spread faster than truth. National media outlets ran sensational headlines. Is Meghalaya safe for tourists? Couple vanishes in tribal region. Locals uncooperative? On social media, hashtags like Justice for Raja trended, but with them came a torrent of suspicion, often targeting innocent villagers. Racist slurs, misinformation. A place known for hospitality was suddenly cast as hostile. In the quiet villages around Sohra, the mood had changed. What began as concern for missing visitors had turned into quiet resentment. Online, people were calling them murderers. Here, they were just searching for answers. Even as drones buzzed overhead and search dogs sniffed through the forest floor, villagers faced another kind of storm, the one online. But they carried on, hoping that the truth would emerge soon enough. 10 days after Raja and Sonam vanished, the silence was broken. On the morning of June 2nd, a search team spotted something at the bottom of a gorge near the Way Sodong waterfalls. A body, lifeless, bloated, decomposing. It was Raja Raghuvanshi. His body had been thrown into a gorge over 150 feet deep. Forensic teams confirmed multiple sharp injuries, deep cuts consistent with a traditional machete. His skull was fractured. This was not an accident. A machete was found nearby, stained and rusting. A torn raincoat. No wallet. No phone. It was no longer a missing persons case. It was murder. The moment news broke, headlines exploded. TV anchors called it a honeymoon horror. Twitter flooded with outrage. Indore man murdered in Meghalaya. Locals suspected? Jungle justice in the hills? Never going to Northeast again. These people are savages. This is what happens when you trust tribal regions. Stay away. The Khasi community had gone from searchers to suspects, in the eyes of a nation too impatient for facts. But the real story was just beginning to surface. With Raj's body recovered, the Meghalaya police now had a homicide on their hands. A special investigation team was formed. Their job: find out who killed Raja and why. The post-mortem confirmed it: multiple sharp weapon injuries, primarily on the head and neck. Death was instantaneous. The weapon, a locally purchased dhow, recovered just 200 meters from the gorge. But it was Raja's phone, last pinged on May 23rd, and Sonam's digital trail that led investigators into darker territory. Call records, chat backups, bank transfers, and a sudden silence after May 23rd from Sonam's phone as well. With Raja's murder confirmed, police knew the key to solving the case was in retracing every step the couple took. Using mobile tower pings, CCTV footage, hotel check-ins, witness statements, and GPS logs from the rented scooter, the SIT created a detailed timeline. Police began tracking known associates of Sonam: 2 men from Indore, 1 from Uttar Pradesh. Their phones were active in Sohra on May 23rd. They left Meghalaya the next day. On June 8th, police arrested 3 men. Their confessions sent shockwaves across the nation. Raja's wife, Sonam Raghuvanshi, was not a victim. She was the alleged mastermind. Investigators claim Sonam hired these men to kill her husband during the honeymoon. This wasn't a spur-of-the-moment crime. It was a plan, premeditated, calculated, and paid for. It was supposed to be a dream honeymoon, a newlywed couple traveling from Indore to the lush hills of Meghalaya. But just days into their trip, they vanished. What followed was a chilling series of events that would grip the nation, uncovering betrayal, violence, and a cold-blooded conspiracy. This is the reconstructed timeline of what really happened. May 21st. Raja and Sonam arrive in Shillong and check into Balaji Guest House. It's the beginning of what appears to be a quiet honeymoon. May 22nd. They travel to Nongriat and park their rented scooter outside a cafe. From there, they descend over 3,000 steps to visit the famed living root bridges of Nongriat. It's a journey known for its beauty and its isolation. May 23rd. Early in the day, they check out of their homestay and begin the return trek without a guide. Around 10 a.m., a local named Albert sees them again, this time walking with 3 Hindi-speaking men. This becomes the last confirmed sighting of Raja Raghuvanshi. May 24th. The village head of Sohra notices an abandoned scooter outside a cafe. It's traced back to the couple. The alarm is raised. May 25th to June 1st. The search intensifies. Authorities now confirm the scooter belongs to the missing couple. But days of heavy rain slow the operation. June 2nd. After more than a week of uncertainty, Raja's body is recovered. Family and friends who once hoped for a network issue are now plunged into grief. Raja had been murdered. June 4th. His body is flown back to Indore. At Sahakar Nagar, hundreds gather, friends, neighbors, even strangers, to pay their respects. Outside the house, a banner is hung. "I am not dead. I have been killed. CBI must investigate." June 3rd to 7th. Statements begin to paint a clearer picture. Local guide Albert tells police he saw the couple with 3 unknown men on May 23rd. CCTV footage and call data records align. One key fact stands out. Sonam had refused Albert's help the previous day and had chosen another guide. June 9th. In a shocking twist, Sonam Raghuvanshi surrenders in Ghazipur, Uttar Pradesh. 3 men are arrested in coordinated raids. Meghalaya's DGP confirms. The case is cracked, and the wife is the prime conspirator. In the end, Sohra gave up one body, but not all its secrets. A young man lies dead. A woman sits in silence. 4 men await trial. And across 2 states, 2 families mourn in different ways. One for a son, another for a daughter they may no longer recognize. We may never know what truly happened that day. Was it love turned to cruelty? Was it trust misused? Was it something far more ordinary, or far more evil, than we imagined? This wasn't just a crime. It was a fracture. Of a family. Of a community. Of the line between truth and theory.